Okay, my name is Julia D'Amato. I'm the principal of Ronald Wilson Reagan College Preparatory High School.
And where is that?
It's located in the Shoals Education and Complex. It's 4965 South 20th. And we have currently about 550 students enrolled. We started school about 3 weeks ago. We are probably, I would say, 110 students over projected enrollment, and this population is growing, steadily growing. The one that we're concerned with is the number 20 bus, and they are, the city is threatening through, Scott Walker's office is threatening to cut the service to the school, which means they would no longer pick up the students at our school, that we would have to have the students be picked up on 20th and Lane. Well, when I heard about this, the first thing I thought about was I had someone go on the computer and pick up the registered sex offenders that were in our area, and there were 78 who lived in our zip code area.
And that zip code is
53221. And there are 16 sexual predators who live less than a mile from the campus or from the complex. And we had a situation last year which I was not privy to when it actually happened, but it was well after it happened, and the girl was too embarrassed to tell me. The girl was walking from school. She said the bus passed her up, and she was walking to the 20th and Layton, and she said there was a van. It was a green van, and there was a man who was yelling at her from the van, and so she just turned and looked, and she said all of a sudden somebody opened the van door and pulled her in. She said she was screaming, but she says nobody was out there because it was closer to the expressway right before you get to 20th, and she says there was nobody there, and she said pulled her in and they raped her, and they took her to, it was a park on Edgerton, and they took her there. When I first found out about this cutting the 20th, all I can think about is with 16 registered sexual predators who live less than a mile away, and I have documentation right here with pictures of people who are registered sex offenders. My first concern, having a daughter who's 24 and a son who's 29, is what kind of neighborhood are we putting these kids in? I mean, if we're asking the kids, and it gets dark sometimes at 4 o'clock in winter, if we're asking the kids to walk, and these kids stay after school for various co-curricular activities, if we're asking the kids to walk to 20th and Layton because we're thinking about the money that we're saving and not really thinking about the well-being of our children, and putting them in harm's way, what's more important, the almighty dollar or the children, both their education and their safety? And according to Scott Walker, I guess it's the almighty dollar and not any of the other things.